was thinking over here might be fun, because I don't have a kickflip one yet. I've just got grind, slides, something here where you gap, bang, over that would be fun. So you're jumping from up here, across the gap down to here, and your buddy's getting a shot, low angle shot, and maybe I could put a prop or something, like a garbage can on fire. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for the next one. So I'm going to block it out quickly, and I thought maybe it would be fun to just make a video, and instead of doing it time-lapse, I'll just do the video like this. Bang. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. Let's stop this. Let's slide over to the level editing project and have a look at what we got here. Yeah, so I'll put it here. Multiple things. I've got my photo goals up here. Just add a new one. So I have my objectives. Just get an objective scene and plunk it up on here. And we'll call this photo garbage flip, because we're going to do a flip trick over some garbage is the plan. Okay, so it's way out here. Let's just go into our top view here quick and bring it where we want to be. Whoa. I'm just going to be over here somewhere. So where is the pedestrian, the NPC, going to be standing? That's kind of the question, because probably won't be standing up top here, but he could be. I have another one already over here, already set up, where you come down the rail and he's standing up here waiting for you. But I think it'd be better if he was down here, because I like putting him where he's shooting, because that's in this one he was shooting from here, getting that shot. So for this one I'm thinking put the garbage bin here, and the NPC could be standing here to get the shot as you go over it, versus the shot here. I don't think it's the money shot. I think this is it. So yeah, he should be standing there. He can be facing any direction. So yeah, let's get him over there instead. Yeah. And yeah, I would get him. Let's see what we got here. Raise this up a bit. Yeah, so I'm just gonna spin this whole thing around, and he can be, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter anyway, everything goes. So yeah, let's call it 90. Yeah, so the first thing I do is generally I plant the NPC. Here he is. So this is just a proxy. He'll show up. So this is sort of like a prefab. It's a scene. So I have the entire objectives already saved as like a scene that I've got all specially set up with the script, so I can use it and sort of parameterize it. So in Godot, you go editable children to be able to like look inside a prefab, so to speak. So yeah, my objective has NPC already inside it here, and has all the things the NPC needs. This is the route where the character gets attached. This is the collision. This is the proxy that we're looking at right now. And that's just a proxy. It's just a super low poly thing that I can see in the world here that doesn't need to be like a high poly model, because there's going to be a bunch of them all over the level. So same with the pickups. These are just proxies. So that it doesn't, junk up your level too much when you're editing. I can turn this stuff on and off, put them on layers and stuff, so it's easier to edit, but still, yeah. Cool. So yeah, so it's here, and then it also has like the interact area, so everything's taken care of. I sort of have like, I do actually need to do that. I need to make the NPC a prefab of its own, really. Like can get instantiated inside of the objective, so it can be used outside of the objective. But I use the objective to kind of develop the NPC, so it helped me. And then there's like the icon that's going to go on top of the NPC, and then right now I actually have a little animation player that plays the icon on top of it, but I'll change that to a tween. And then this is the ring down there at the bottom, and there's actually like a ring that you see a mesh, and then these particles as well. That's how that's made. And everything's on its own sort of control node route, so that I can just like easily turn like the whole thing on and off. So in the game, once it's running, we turn off the proxies and we put the actual character on that spot. I can turn on and off the the functionality to interact. I can turn off and off the icon and the ring. So like it's gone while you're talking to him in cutscenes, but it's there, when he's like waving at you saying, "Hey, come over here, do this goal." Cool. So, and yeah, the collision. I just always have the collision turned off in terms of visibility, but it's functional, and I can turn that on and off from script. So yes, that's the NPC. I don't need to touch it. And the cutscene I'll get to later. These are just the different, again, routes that things get snapped to during the cutscenes. So, but yeah, generally, like I said, I plant the objective down, and then I open this up so I can look at the children, because it is, like I said, like a prefab. And then yeah, I start usually with the props. So I've been liking for this side quest, I've been using this light stand that I made, and I already have set up as mesh instance, so they're very lightweight. And so yeah, so I put those in, and then I like to just find a fun spot for them. So the garbage bin is going to be here. It's fun when you're skating to see the lights. Maybe I'll put one here so you actually know that you need to go like to the left of it. And then one down, keep one down there. Don't think I want one behind, because the photo will be sort of like this. You don't really want them in frame. Yeah, so I'll put this one down here, kind of next to him. The props also help call your attention to the NPC. I mean, beyond just theming the objective. So yeah, good enough. He's here. That angle is actually great. And that's nice because you see it. I think I'll make them flash eventually, and what I'll do is I'll just sort of have a setting so you can turn the flash off in the settings menu if you don't like, if you're sensitive, photosensitive to flashing. Because it would be cool, it'd make a cool effect if they're like, all lots of a little bit of pizzazz. Cool. Alright, so yeah, I'm happy with that one, and then I'll move this light stand. Like I said, I was thinking I'd put it up here on the ledge. So you're going to spawn from up here, jump off here, and come and launch. So yeah, that light stand can actually help guide you. I think it'd be a good thing. So I'm going to put it over here, and raise it up here. Looking good. Yeah, so, yeah, the angle is actually good, but I'll do something like that so that you know you gotta go on that side of it. It could actually come a little bit. I don't want it to squeeze you, but I kind of do a little. We'll see how that feels. These are pickups for other objectives. I can turn those off. Cool. Alright, so yeah, so there's the props. So like I said, the first thing I do is I drop the objective in the world, put it where I want it, put the NPC where I want them, have them oriented. They'll always, anyway be orienting to face you as you're moving. And then I drop some props quick in the props route here. The objective is aware of the props route, so it can turn them on and off, so they're off when the goal isn't available, and they turn on when the NPC shows up here. So yeah, pickups, that's what I do next, is I drop a pickup. So same thing, I have my own custom pickup I've created, and it is also like its own scene, so essentially like a prefab or a blueprint or whatever you want to call it from other engines. It has its own script and its own setup and all of that stuff. So what I can do is configure it quickly. So over here on the right, I'll configure it. It's going to be custom, and it's not going to be one of the default ones for the challenges. I've configured it all myself. It's going to be a flip trick. So the animation for the pickup, I want it to be spinning. And the pickup requirement, this is going to be a flip trick. So I'm going to say here is air flip and just let the player pick. For my pickup requirement, I have like these general terms. So air is just like you just have to be in the air and it'll be counted. You'll get the pickup and it'll count. So these pickups are kind of with a trick requirement, kind of become like gaps, but they're simple gaps because it's just instantaneous. It's not like a duration or a distance. So yeah, I have these things set up like air flip for any flip trick, any grab trick. Air trick is for a specific one, and then you would specify over here. Same with balance manuals. Any manual, any grind, any slide, any grind or slide. And then balance trick would be a specific trick, and I would put the specific trick name in the requirement. So yeah, for now I'm just going to say air flip. And there's no specific trick because I said that. And even the specific tricks is pretty cool because it's an array. So you can specify like 3 or 4 tricks, and any of those would work for the player. No custom asset because I'm going to use, yes, I am going to use custom asset. I want to use, this is a flip trick, so I want to use the grip tape. That's kind of going to start to become the language, the pickup language for like do a flip trick here. Cool. I don't need a custom model or whatever because I'm using this asset. And I'm not showing the ring. Though I might for this one because it's in the air. I'll decide. I'll start with it off. That's the ring that goes around the pickup. So now, yeah, I've got the pickup all configured, so I'll move it to where I want it. That's where I want you to jump. So yeah, I'm imagining that you'll come down through here, launch before the edge of this, boom, and clear this. So it's going to be kind of here, and then try to make it kind of high so that it's obvious, and you'll jump for it from here, and jump for it. So height's not bad. That's actually probably decent right there. Bang. And then that's what triggers the photo. So it's like you got to the location, you did the required trick, and then the photo will snap. I'll show you soon where I put the camera. So yeah, I'll put a prop here of a garbage can on fire with some particles coming up, and then this pickup is here, and you'll launch over and grab the pickup, and we'll get 3 shots. Okay, cool. I'll just start like that. That's kind of good enough. Usually what I do though, and not that it matters because it'll be spinning, I just like to orient the pickup towards the player. It does not matter, it's spinning anyway, but I just, for my own purposes, when I'm looking at things, I get like lineups. Cool, so there's the pickup. It is configured appropriately. And then here is the picture-in-picture camera route. So this is the camera. This is what the secondary camera will snap to, and we have a secondary viewport that we grab the texture off of. So something like this will probably do it. I think I'll probably need to be, let's go on top here. Or like this. Flatten out that gimbal. Cool. So we're a little more actually looking at it now. That's appropriate. Oops. And it is quite low still, so I should angle a lot higher up. And then often what I'll do here is just add a camera temporarily. So I can look up and see this angle. It's like, yeah, okay, not bad. And so I'm actually going to raise this up a bit and tilt. And let's look at it again, get us a little more centered. The player should hit this kind of with the middle of their body. You know, this isn't a grind, so they should be pretty centered here, I think. We'll see. And then we still want to see a bit of the garbage bin down here. Maybe we'll just see some of it and some flames. Cool. I'll try this angle, we'll see how it works. Cool, so I don't need this camera anymore. That was just a temporary preview. I'm happy where I've put camera. That'll be a cool shot. Well, we'll see. Okay, and then the next thing is the player restart. So you can see here, this is the prefab, and I just go down the row here and just configure all the things that are part of the prefab. So the player restart is the next part of this objective for it to work. So I'm going to put this up top where I want it. It's going to be over here somewhere. And let's zoom in. Cool. So it's going to be somewhere kind of around here. Cool. So I'll make sure we're nice and lined up. That's pretty good. And then we'll get nice and close here. There is a snap button. Yeah, there is a snap button. Let's see how this works. But that's set. And then the last thing, which really I should have been the first thing, is set up the actual entire objective. So the script, you know, is on the part of the main objective. So over here on the right, it's my objective type. I have missions and side quests. These photo things are side quests, and the side quest type is photo. And then later, when I make a cutscene, I'll put it there, which I'll do now actually. And then this is what ties it, and it knows what cutscene to play. So yeah, I'm calling this one Photo Garbage Flip. I'm gonna copy that name. So cool, this stuff is all set up. Technically, it should function. What I do here is all of these are these objective prefabs. They'll have their script on them, and they're all in this group. They're all in this group called objectives over here. So the game parses them and finds them when the level loads. So it's going to find all these, and it will find them in order because it sort of goes through the node tree. So it'll come along and find this node and say, hey, are you an objective? No. Do you have any children? Hey, are you an objective? Oh, you are. Cool. So it'll find them in order, and so this order is literally the order that they'll spawn in the world. Like you complete this one, and then this one, and then this one, and this one, because it'll just find these, put them in an array, and we'll have an index that starts at 0 that we keep incrementing, and that's like the start of progression, so to speak. So yeah, to test this easily, I can just move this to the top of the list here because the game finds these in order. So yeah, I'll do this one first. I should be able to play it immediately just to see the NPC show up here, interact with them, spawn up here, see the lineup when I roll down, and make sure the pickup's at a decent distance when I jump and come over. I won't see the pictures yet because I don't have the cutscenes in place, but I can save this already. Turn the challenges back on there. And then yeah, export this level quickly and test it. Fast forward this or not, show you how quickly it is to export a level. See down here, it'll pop up some output. There you go, process to success. So that's cool. And yeah, currently I still soon I gotta do this. I just gotta make a copy field in my level exporter so I can say where to copy it to. It's just that right now I could be copying to many different locations, so I just hasn't been a priority. Cool, so that's copied into the levels folder in my game project. So it'll show up here now. Cool, so I can start the game, play, come over here and activate story mode, and then he'll be the first because I put him first in the list. So here he is over here. Here's his props. It spawned the NPC on that NPC location with the ring, and there it put the camera icon up top there. There's the other thing. So yeah, let's talk to him, and it should teleport me up top there. I can have a look at the lineup. Cool, and there, boom, yeah, not bad. You can see the trick. That looked actually pretty good. That lineup was good. The grip tape's kind of hard to see. So I might put the ring, I might activate the ring. And then yeah, that just ends it when I talk to him because there's no outro cutscene. So let's add the cutscene and let's turn the ring on. Real quick. quick. So the ring, yeah, let's go into the pickups and this pickup and the inspector and configure it, show ring on. So just for now, that'll make it easier to see. Also, I might do spin bounce just for now as far as the animation, just to make it a little more obvious as well. Yeah, so that should do the trick as far as that goes. And then I would like, wow, I'm happy with that lineup. I'm going to add the cutscene real quickly. What did I say? Here's the name. I'm going to copy this since I'll use it. Cool. So I'll be adding another one of these. This is the script for the level, and right now I just sort of have the script begins with an empty dictionary, which defines all the cutscenes for the missions and the side quests for photo and filmer. It's empty, and then I fill it. For now, later on I'll put this in separate data files, but it's just easier like this to just call these functions that I make that fill it, just to keep things separated so it's easy to see. And then, yeah, I have this for reference as the structure. But yeah, I'll make a new one here. Cool. Alright, so this is going to be, make a new one of these. Cool, but I don't have this function yet, so it'll get angry. But yeah, let's come over here. I have a minimal one over here already for the curve rail, so I'll literally copy paste it. As a starting point, and we're gonna call this garbage flip. Cool. Alright, so here we are. So the intro, I already have an animation that puts the camera right in front of the NPC that I call NPC front, and it looks sort of like first person. So I like using that for the first shot, so I'm just going to use that same setup again. I'm just going to say something different. I'll just change the text in here quickly. Since I'm not going to, this will usually, I'll have a couple more shots where there'll be like a greeting and then something that introduces the spot, and then he's like, yeah, go for it. But right now, just because I'm doing it quickly, I'll just, quickly set the thing. Flip trick over the trash fire. Let's give it an exclamation mark. Woo! And then, yeah, I already have a set of like poses, animations for each of the characters, and I can call them here and say like, okay, I want the NPC to be doing this animation, I want the player to be doing this animation. So biped greetings works. I've just been using that as a kickoff start here. And then this is the player move state, so I want the player off the board, they'll be standing, and then pickups visible. So for each shot, I can turn the pickups on or off. So for right now, I'm going to have it on, just so everything's here. This is just to like, yeah, a quick starting point, like I said. And then I want the outro so that I can look at the camera. I'm going to say fire instead of sick because we're jumping over fire. What do you think? Taking it or do? And then this is it. I just leave this as is so that we can just see the camera on the way out. So that's essentially the data that will live inside the cutscenes dictionary here. So when the game is running, it just checks for each goal. It's just like, yo, is there a cutscene in here with the name that you've specified? And this is the name of this one. And so I should make sure over here on the settings for the objective, where I said its objective type is side quest and the side quest type is photo. Here's where I now put the cutscene data ID over here. Boom. And so that's how it knows. That's how it connects the objective with this cutscene information. Cool. So that's here. But what I need is a cutscene player now, so I can go back to 3D. What I need is a cutscene player inside my thing. So I'm going to add one. It's an animation player. I come over here, and I usually just create a new throwaway one so that I can actually come in here and manage. It's weird that you can't access like manage animations until there's one in here. And for now, I'll save them later as actual like resources that I can just load. But for now, just quickly, because I'm just developing, I've just been copying and pasting. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to copy the reset animation that I have in this one because I need that. Manage animations, and I can paste that. And then I'm just going to quickly grab also NPC front, like I said, because that's one I'm using. Copy that, and then come back here. And there's much better ways to do this. This is not a tutorial. I will save these as resources and load them so they'll be shared resources. But quickly, I'm just grabbing this stuff. Yes, so I also want the NPC cameras. Show shots. Cool. So there we go, and then I can like ditch this temporary one that I'd had here. So this allows me just to quickly paste in these animations. All these animations is they're just placing the camera, the cutscene camera, the NPC, and the player where I want them, in these different situations. So NPC front is when I first talk to them, just puts the camera, like I said, in a sort of feels like first person, and then the NPC show shots is what you see at the end, so you can see the back of the camera. Cool. Alright, so this stuff's here, so this will all just kind of function now at this point. Can export this. There we go, success. Copy this, because like I said, I just haven't added a copy phase. I've been doing other things. That's over here, so we can test this out now again. Just fire it up, because the level's copied into my game project. And here we go. So, yeah. Let's activate story mode and go and talk to our friend. Bang. Flip trick over the trash fire. Hell yeah, bro. Here we go. Bang. Boom, there's that. There he is, cheering. Now when I talk to him, we get the outro cutscene with him showing the camera, because this is actually a 3D sprite attached to the camera, so he has to actually turn the camera around and show it to me, and I need to be able to see it. So it's funny, yeah, that cutscene. Without that outro cutscene, you can't see this photo. Wow, this looks kind of fire. That's rad. I'm kind of excited about this. Boom, boom. Yeah. Let's put the garbage in. That'll be fun. Maybe I'll stream this next time, in case anyone wants to hang out while I'm doing it. Ooh, these raspberries are so tart. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm excited about this. Let's get the fire in. Cool, that's good. So pretty straightforward, right? I'm really happy with the systems I created. It took a lot of work. It was like a bit of a turducken. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna make that in the level. I'll make it as a prop over in the level in the other project. Let's do this. Okay. I'll just make it in here for now, but I'll put it next to it. Yeah. Cool. So what I'm gonna do is start with. I just like these CSG things. Yeah, I'll get a cylinder, CSG cylinder. Put itself way over here, that's fine. Cool. And I want this to be, maybe a few more. I think this height's good. But we'll see. So, cool. I want this to be more like 16 sides. Let's get it, a little more. So it's not too much. And it can be wider for sure. Let's like oversize this a little. There we go. So yeah, for sure oversized, but that's fine. I can kind of put it right underneath. that was good. I liked the lineup of the pickup. It was kind of, I've kind of got, like, I know, like, distances and heights of how things work in this game. So yeah, cool. So this isn't bad. I'm actually gonna make the radius a little bigger even. Why not? 0.8. Is that gonna be too ridiculous? It's big, but that's fine. I think that's cool. It'll, like, hopefully it still shows up in the picture. I can even make it even bigger if needed. Cool. So there we go. That's that. So what I'll do is I'll duplicate this and make it a child of itself, and set the operation instead of union to subtraction. And then I just bring the radius in a little. There we go. And I'll raise it up a little also. There we go. Cool. So now it is, we've cut out the inside of it there. So there we go. That's nice. I wonder. Yeah, I'll just leave that like that. I'm not going to get like too into this. But what I will do, what would be a good color? I'm sort of thinking that dark green, you know, the usual garbage green. Because everything here is gray anyway, right? So I'll quickly just put a material on this. Quick standard material 3D, and just like set the albedo to like something like a dark green. Cool. Alright, so let's get our green over here and cut down and make it a little less saturated. There we go. And maybe almost a little brown. Garbage bin green. Cool. And I will, this isn't going to do anything anyway, but like I'll do that. Cool. Alright, so I will, maybe we'll make it emit ever so barely, since it is going to be on fire, right? So again, crank the sat. Let's make it, whoa, you crazy. Barely, holy crap, that's too much. Okay, well, it probably won't even be noticeable, but I'll just put that a little bit for fun. Okay, cool. So here we go, we got our bin. Happy day. No collision on this. Yeah, I don't want any collision on this for now. Cool. So I'm gonna put a call this garbage bin, I guess. I just don't know. Bin is the wrong word, but anyway. And just quick, I'll just call this bin hole. That's that. Cool. So I'm gonna use, I have pick an effect I can just sort of copy. I'll duplicate this one and call this VFX fire. But I'm not going to make like really detailed fire. It's really just going to be some different colors of smoke. Cool. So I can move this somewhere. Where am I going to move this? I'll move this for now to props, because this is going to exist in here eventually. I'll figure that out later. The whole bin will also be in there as well. Cool. So right now, actually, orangey. Cool. Curve. No, this one is fine. Alright, not bad. Kinda... It's interesting how they block each other out so much. But anyway, whatever. This is just just stand-in. I just started having fun looking at it. Alright, cool. Good enough. I'll hit that. This garbage bin. What I'd like to do is save this as a prop. So I'm going to save this branch as a scene. And I'm going to put it into props. Over here. Scenes, props. I'll make a folder. So I can just garbage bin. Whoa. Okay. And I'll put it in here. Garbage bin model. Whatever. Bang. Okay, cool. So this is here. So what I'm going to do is put this in the props root. So now this will be managed by the objective. So it'll just turn it off when the objective is off and things like that. Cool. So let's just try this out real quick. See what this is like. Build it. And export it. That's exported. Copy it over. Yep. And then yeah, let's play this. Have a look. Nice. So here we are. Buddy's over here. Yo, check this out. This garbage bin is on fire. But yeah, it gives the idea. It's fine. It kind of fits. I don't like the way it's clipping like that. Bang bang. So I'll reduce it. But yeah, let's just quickly see. Bang. It sort of shows up in the pictures. Not a whole lot. What I might do is move the pickup a bit so the photos are more, because it starts taking the photos as soon as you hit the pickup. So I'm going to move it a little and see what I can do about the clipping. I'm not happy with that. It just needs to sort of look like fire and not be too distracting. I can just reduce the overall amount on all these, really. Like 12. And I'm going to put like a little bit of randomness on all these. Let's see if that's just a little less distracting. No, it's still. I think a lot of it also is because I've done the stupidity of scaling it. Just never scale anything really. It's important. Let's just go in here. So where am I? Whoa. No, it wasn't here. Yeah. So I did in here. Yeah. Let's just have this not be scaled. Yeah, see it clips. I'm going to just drop them also. I'm going to lower the dark smoke down more. And shrink them a little still. Cool. Alright, I could spend all day on this kind of stuff. It's just fun. Even though this doesn't even look good, I know. Don't worry. Not pretending I'm like a VFX artist here. But yeah, happy enough with this. That can like... whatever. Cool. I'm going to give this an export. Good. Give it a copy. And have a look at it. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, it's a little more tame. Still tell something's brewing over there. It's a tall bend, and you can walk right into it. I can give it some collision. It turns on and off just for this. But yeah, okay. Let's chat with you. He'll point at it. He can say something. Yeah, the fire looks much better now because it's like right. But same thing, I think I'll move. Nice. Fun. Maybe I won't move it like it as it is. I'll try. Just slightly the pickup so the photo starts taking pictures just a little sooner. So that would be, again, that's one of the reasons why I do this. Let's try it. Copy. And yeah, let's go have a look at it real quick. I just want to see how those photos look. Okay, so let's go in. Hop over here. Again, the fire looks not bad. Not great, but not bad. Let's change a different time of day just for fun. Evening looks kind of neat because the sun's on this side. It looks better. Whip trip over the flat trash. Oh, fire. It's kind of cool. Kind of centers it more by putting the pickup a little further to the left to trigger it, right? That's cool. This actually doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks terrible, but I mean, it's got the feel. You're going to see a lot of clipping in these photos because the animations aren't perfect, so it's going to end up catching some. Let's have a look at that, actually. Nice. Nice. Kind of cool. Alright, I'm going to add just a little more to the cutscene. Just a shot where he's like, it's on fire! You gotta kickflip it. Let's do it. That'll be fun. Alright, so this is all set. So what I'm going to do is cutscene. So I don't need to look at this anymore. I don't need to look at the props. Look at the picture. Don't need that. I'm just back at my cutscene. Cool. And the animation player. So, yeah, how's it gonna be? I'm gonna do a couple shots. I'll stick with the first shot where he sees you and says, "Yo, what's up?" And then he'll run over. So the first shot will be like, "Dude, what's up?" Whoops. "Dude, what's up?" Biped greetings, this is all fine. Pickups visible. I don't need the pickups visible in this one right now. Cool. So shot 2, I can uncomment this because I will use it. And it's going to be not necessarily trick spot pan. Yeah. I'll do 3 of these. So it'll be like this one. I've got one like this already. The greetings. And then this. Cool. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is it's gonna go like this. So here we are, guys. He's gonna see you. He's gonna be like, "Yo, what's up?" Biped greetings. That's just hands in the air. And then the next one, he's going to go over the trick spot, and then quickly he'll come back and chat to you. It's this one, NPC front, and the animation is point a hand prop. Then he's pointing at his camera, and it'll say like, let's get a flip trick shot over it. Right? And then the final shot is when it cuts. Ooh, what am I doing? That's cool. I didn't know there was a jump to line with Control L. Spawn lineup. That's when it's gonna like zoom back. And then I think I'll use go for it. Go for it, or like, so I'll get the shot, don't get burned. Don't catch fire. I'll get the shot, you get the fire. Cringe. It's not bad, it's fun. Okay, so let's get a flip trick shot over it. So this is basically the thing. So yeah, you run into him and he'll be looking at you, NPC front, doing the biped greetings, and he'll say, "Dude, what's up?" And then the next shot will be the trick spot pan. So the camera's gonna go over to the fire, and he'll be standing next to it. And I'm not gonna do the point. I'm gonna do the same one that I did for this tall rail. when he stands next to it. What was it again? Biped exclaim. So it's just him with his hands in the air. Cool. So here we are. So garbage flip. So dude, what's up? Trick spot pan. That's gonna be this. And then this is when he says, check this trash fire. Check this trash fire. So, dude, what's up? Check this trash fire. I don't know if I need captions. If I don't have like question marks on it or exclaims, I'll skip it. So this is him exclaiming. He'll be standing next to it, player or whatever. Pickups visible. No, I don't need the pickups yet. I'll make it visible on this one. I'm not sure if it will be from that camera angle, but for sure on the final one. And then is where you go on board. Cool. So this is our basic setup. This one exists. It's already here. Trick spot pan we're making. So I'm gonna make this one right now. And he's doing exclaim. So let's come have a look. We can just close these now so they're not. Way. Cool. So let's decide where people are going here. So this is our cutscene. I'm just going to come inside here and go new and paste in the name that I had said. It's going to be called Trick Spot Pan. And the people involved, it's going to be the cutscene camera the cutscene camera, the NPC. The player's not going to go anywhere. So I'll just get these guys. So yes, so over here I can get 3D position of the cutscene camera and a 3D rotation track I'll make for the camera as well. And then I'll do 3D position track for the NPC and a 3D, cancel, 3D rotation track for the NPC as well. So this should be all I need. So let's move the NPC first. I want the NPC to be over here. Oops. And they'll be, I can go down a little. They'll be here. Yeah, so they'll be here, not too close, but close enough. Let's save there, make a keyframe here for, let's say this whole thing is 2 seconds, the shot. Cool. And I'd say you can just rotate between now and the end of the 2 seconds. You can rotate basically to the player. And the camera's gonna like zoom from behind. It's gonna kind of cross here, so it'll kind of go, oops. It'll kind of start here and just like zoom up here. So you see the NPC standing next to this, and then the character down here, the player character. Just kind of go, and he'll be like, check out this trash fire. He'll be standing next to it with his arms in the air. Cool. All right, so yeah, by the end of this, did we do it? No, we didn't. Cool. Oh well. I'm gonna have him rotate kind of thing, so he's kind of facing the player. By the end of it, though, the camera will be behind him. But I can save. The rotation. So the camera, like I said, is going to go start here, over here, kind of down a bit maybe to make it a little more dramatic. Pointing up a little, not too much. That's too much. There we go, just barely. Zzzt. So we can, oh crap, oh well, whatever. I'll save this and just move it. So these are what we want at the beginning. This is where we'll start. Just make sure I got no gimbal, no good. Cool. And then as we get to our seconds here, it will come up here. And be shot back here. Looking back at the player and the NPC. I think maybe I can come back here a little more. So hopefully it doesn't go through the NPC. It's a good start. Cool. So that's what happens in this one. The NPC's there and the camera comes like this. Let's look at it, make sure it doesn't go through. Not bad. And yeah, I think the NPC will be standing there, so it shouldn't clip the NPC because they're standing right here. And it looks like it's safe. Good. Okay, cool. Zoom. I can probably be even like a lot closer. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe even closer. Cool. All right. Packing this up soon. That was really the important one. Trick spot pan. So that exists. Trick spot pan. Check this trash fire. NPC front. So we're back in front here. Bipod. Don't have to create anything new for here. Spawn lineup. So got to do this final one. All right. Cool. So this one's fun. I usually just swing the camera from where we were talking up to where you're going to spawn, and I put you there already. So it creates a bit of a transition from when you're talking to when you start playing. So let's see it. It's not in here yet. I'll make a new one. I could take an existing one. Actually, it's a better place to start. I'll take NPC front and duplicate it. Call it spawn lineup. Oh. Yeah. And yeah, get rid of this. Okay, so I got the camera, the NPC, and the player. So, camera, usually I kind of like to try to go from the end of the previous one, so I'll go to, what did I call it? Trick spot pan, where the camera went like that, and I'll copy these frames, and then come back to my spawn lineup, and delete those frames, and paste them in here. So my camera is now over there. That's where it'll begin. So it'll begin there, and then it'll sort of pan up to here. That'll be fun. So let's do it. 2 seconds. Come back here. By this point, it's going to be zooming over to here. I want none of that. And I want it coming back. Cool. Back a little more. It's pretty good because the player spawns right around here, so I can still come up a little because I don't want to lose sight of things. nice view, maybe. We'll see. But let's do this for now. It's a good block in. Now the NPC, I want pointing at the spot. So they will be like this, pointed at the garbage. Though they look at you, but for the final shot they're staring right at the thing they're going to be shooting. Yeah, that'll do. It's perfect. NPC root. Place the rotation there. And that just stays the same. They're just going to sit there. Now the player, they're going to go up to the player restart. So what I generally do is copy the position of the player restart and then grab the player. And paste that in there. Player restart. Cutscene player. There we go. Now the player restart. I want to copy the rotation also, and cool. So the player will be up there. And the animations are already set to play the appropriate animations. The NPC's playing biped photo squat, which is what they play the whole time while you're doing the trick, and generally for this last shot. And then the player's standing on their board. Ooh, no, I need to flip that. 1 second. I need to flip the... Yeah, so... just to be super clear here, cool. Yeah, okay. Be explicit. Player isn't on their board, they're just the characters, so they're actually rotated 180. Yeah, now let's export that. Have a look. Oops, it's been running the whole time. Dude, what's up? Check out this trash fire. Woo! Man, it's huge next to him. It is stupid huge next to him. Let's get a flip trick shot over it. I'll get the shot. You get the fire. Okay, this is entirely wrong. It's backwards. Why is it starting there? Let's find out. Spawn line up. Let's look at the camera. Weird, right? Cool. Alright, let's see what's up. Just want to make sure all my other ones are good. It could just be this for now. Spawn lineup. Trick spot, spin, pan. These can be cubic. Cool. Alright. Yeah, that one was looping. That's what was up. Alright, export this. Okay, and give it a quick copy. And let's fire this up, and then I'm gonna go in for launch. Video and post it. Okay, let's try this out. Woo! Hey buddy, what's up? Dude, what's up? Check out this trash fire. It needs an exclamation mark. It is way too tall. But who cares? Let's get a flip trick shot over it. I'll get the shot. You get the fire. I should have it explode when you go over it. Taking it. Okay, cool. This is all functional. I can do things to make it look better, but that's a good start. I forgot to check out the... Wait, let's quick get in here and have a look. Nice. They look pretty cool. Cool. Pretty stoked on that. It's a lot of fun. Cool. Alright, gonna grab lunch. I'll post this video up and then work on a couple more of these this afternoon and then make a build and just put it up so people can help test. But it feels pretty solid. I'm sure people can break it though. Okay. Alright. I've got just one more little small polish pass on the camera there. I figured I'd try to get a view of how it looks, the whole thing. Alright buddy, how's it going? Dude, what's up? Check out this trash fire! I should put the exclamation mark. Let's get a flip trick shot over it. I'll get the shot, you get the fire. Cool, yeah, now it lines up with the player, so it's a little better. Boom! Alright. Here and check it out. Bang, 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 bang. Nice. It's pretty fire. Taking it. And then let's look at it in the photo gallery. Boom. Fun. Alright, cool. Pretty stoked on that. We'll just keep adding. I'll add a couple more this afternoon and then make a Steam build and push this up live. So yeah, cool. Stoked. Got it started. It's happening. Get the filmer goal in and then the NBDs next. NBDs are gaps. So they'll be separate from these because they'll be actual like gaps. It won't just be do a trick here. It'll be like grind from here all the way to here. You know, that kind of thing. So that'll be fun. That'll come later. But happy with the progress so far.